Hey everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Fritz and I am the Wise Guy. In today's video, I wanted to share a little bit about myself with you guys, so you guys can be able to know who is the Wise Guy. Okay, so I want to jump into something that I'm kind of most passionate about. When I was 12 years old, I started working. It's funny because I didn't even think about a paycheck. My mom would get the paychecks. I would just go work and come home and basically live life as normal. I did that every year. I had a summer job every year, and it helped put money on the table, food on the table, give my mom the money, and she was raising all 6 of us. So I remember that's what I would do every summer to contribute to the family. One summer, of course, getting older, when I played sports, I was playing football. I could have been pretty good at it, maybe, but I had to drop it. I couldn't cut it, working and trying to do that at the same time. But anyways, it was my choice. I realized that I'd rather just continue working. I learned a good deal when I was young. It became natural to me. I kept on working all the way to now. At 50 years old, I'm still working. But I do know this. It's very important to find a job that you enjoy. Because when you find a job that you enjoy, they say that you'll not be working a day in your life. So I know, I feel that way too as well. I go to work, I enjoy what I do. So let me talk about work, right? My first job was basically helping kids at their summer fun program. We take them to the beach, take them playing basketball, all those different type of things, and it was cool. So after that, I ended up at this one officers club, and it was a pretty good, nice kitchen. We basically work in the kitchen preparing food for the officers or those who are in the military who come in and grab their sandwiches or whatever it is that they'll grab. So what was cool about it was that, and that was the time during my football years where I should have been going to football. I ended up going to my job because I loved it too as well. We made sandwiches for the officers. Plus too, they gave us like sandwiches and desserts too that, I love that. So right after high school, I learned what is hard work. I ended up doing side jobs with a friend of mine, and we dug holes. We set tiles. I brought tiles. I mixed mud by hand for cement, grouting, and all of the different things that we did at that job. There was a construction job that built walls. Picks, shovels, wheelbarrows became tools of the trade. And after that, I joined the military. I got right into that. I went to the Airforce. Woohoo! I never knew there was a battle between the different branches. One day we were walking, and I finished basic training and was inside the schooling now. So I was on Laurie Air Force Base, and we marched to school as a whole maybe 200, 300, and for some reason there was a army building nearby, and after we finished school they'd be marching towards their school, and here's about 200-300 of us, and I would say there's about 50 of them walking by, marching by. We were all marching, and it was funny as heck. They did a cadence. That was basically to put us down. It was, all I could do was laugh because I didn't understand it, but they said something about to the fact that we had dirty windows. And we didn't even say nothing back. I don't know why. I know personally I didn't know anything that we had practiced to say back to them, but these guys were in cadence with it. They walked and they marched and they sang. That we had dirty windows. I forget exactly everything they said, but it was funny. So anyways, I was in the military. My job was to load the F-15 jets with the ammunition and the missiles and the bombs. I didn't like that job. It was okay. I could see myself doing it a little bit, but not for a long time. But I got out. I was kind of young. 20 I went in. By 25 I was out. 25 I was out. I really liked the thought of being in the military. You know why? Because it had some kind of stability, and I like stability, security. I don't mind working as long as I have my needs met too as well. So I remember having money in the bank, being able to do my own shopping, had my own little room, I had my own clothes, those kind of things. When you're growing up, you don't have, but now you're like on your own. Coming back from the military, back to civilian life, my jobs started off as HMC Karaoke. So HMC Karaoke, I became an assistant manager to take care of the place while the owners weren't there. And so all we did was run the place. People came, bought rooms. We also provided them with coolers, ice, and stuff like that, so they can be able to set up their parties. We had banners and stuff for them if they're celebrating different types of celebrations, whether it be graduations or weddings or birthday parties and stuff like that. That was a fun job. As I said, I like singing, and so that kind of fit in where I could sing too. On my time off or anytime I wanted to, I could bring my family, we could go in and sing. After that job, we flew up to Las Vegas here. And here in Las Vegas, the most important thing was the heat that really got me. But it was a challenge, but it was something that we needed to overcome. So we went, myself and two friends, we moved up here with my pastor at the time, his family. And we got our jobs, we got on our foot, and we've been here ever since. So I think we've been here about maybe 22, 23 years in Las Vegas. I ended up getting a security job, and I've been there for 20 years. Now that job was amazing. I kind of had this feeling like I wanted to do either police, law enforcement, or real estate agent, like welcoming people to their home. It was funny that at that moment when I became a supervisor there at the hotel that I worked at, I started to realize, wait a minute, I'm in a career that has, in a sense, both worlds. I welcome people to the hotel, and then I also provide security for them while they're at the hotel. It was amazing. Supervisor, about 8 years. Assistant manager, maybe a year and a half. And then I went on to, no, it couldn't be managers. Oh yeah, because I was an officer. I've got probably another 80 years there. So yeah, I total about 20 years. Became a manager for about a year. Went through 1 October there. It was a crazy night. Myself and the team that I worked with, my crew, they were excellent. It was a long night. But they did excellent, and we got through the night. And today though, I'm working at another job, still within the security realm. I'm involved with knowing what's happening, our other properties nationally and internationally. It's an amazing opportunity where I'm at right now at my job. But what I'm most passionate about, and some of the other things that I'm passionate about, is shooting pictures and videos. And then all of a sudden now, I'm doing this YouTube thing that kind of combines some of that facets with the picture taking video. And what was interesting within the last few videos that I did was doing the right thing for young men is very important. And then I talked about the crime rates. Well, I kind of know a little bit about the crime rates because of being in security. So it's amazing. I thank God for the opportunities that I'm at right now. I just wanted to share a little bit about myself with you guys. Hopefully this shows you guys the type of person that I am. All right, well, thank you for listening to me. As I shared, again, my name is Fritz. I'm the wise guy, reminding you that if you need knowledge or wisdom from above, all you have to do is ask God.